This video is really designed more for the very beginner who wants to go out and get an audio interface and get some speakers and has heard that they need to get, you know, monitors for the recording setup. I just bought a new pair of Yamaha HS5 Studio Monitors, as you can see on the screen behind me. I bought them from Sweetwater. And I'll give a shout out to Ben. Hey Ben at Sweetwater. You want studio monitors if you want uncolorized sound. When you have speakers like on your iPad, when you have speakers on your computer, those speakers are engineered to colorize the music and the sound coming out of it. It gives it an extra bass sound, it gives it more colorful, nice balanced mids and highs. When you get a studio monitor, it kind of takes away all the fluff. You just get the bare bones sound without any colorization or reverb or EQ or anything engineered in the speakers. The speakers are engineered to not have any additional EQ, heavy mids, heavy low ends. So they give you a more precise sound of what you're actually hearing. And when you go in and you add the reverb during production, you can get a more accurate sound how it's really going to sound in the environment you're playing it in. So what I'm going to do is give you a brief overview of these speakers. I just bought them. I just got them in the mail. And here we go. Well, they came in this big giant cardboard box. Thank you, Sweetwater. And pretty hefty box here. Nicely packaged, I think. Gotta get this thing sliced open so I can pull it open for everybody so you can see what the heck's inside of here. And more like styrofoam sheeting that covers it for more protection. And here's the back of it. You've got your power switch. You're plugging your power cables there. You got an XLR. You got a 1/4 inch. Put XLR out. Sorry, not out, in. XLR in or 1/4 inch in. And you got a level knob. Voila, there you have it. A Yamaha HS5 Studio Monitor. And it's a nice looking speaker. I've got it upside down. This is your 5-inch woofer and the tweeter up here. And I'm going to set them up here for you and show you how I set them up. They're very sturdy. It feels like solid wood casing. I'd say this is about a 15-pound speaker. And I'm just going to place them right behind me on my desktop. Stay tuned. Now, before I go into any more explanation about these speakers, these are not the kind of speakers you buy if you're looking for stereo speakers. Like if you have a turntable or you have a stereo system, you want to blast music through it. These are specifically designed and engineered for audio production and strictly audio production. I mean, you can play music through them and it does sound great. It's just when you want to listen to like your favorite rock band, you're going to want speakers that are engineered for traditional listening usage. Because as I said previously, they're engineered and colorized. Traditional commercial speakers are engineered to colorize the music a bit, to give it a more hefty bass sound, more colorful mids and highs. And so when you buy these, you're strictly buying them because you want to be able to get a clear, precise sound as what you are recording and how it really sounds before you add reverb, before you add a lot of effects to it. So you can get a realistic sound of how it sounds, kind of stripped and naked, so to speak. Now, here's an important thing you've got to know about monitors if you're new to monitors. There's two different kinds. I mean, there's more than two different kinds, but there's powered monitors and there's non-powered monitors. With powered monitors like these, they come with a power cable with a direct cord that you plug into it. And it just plugs in like this. This is your AC in. Plugs in there. You take the other end and you plug it into a wall outlet. It's that simple. However, with non-powered monitors, you have to have an external amplifier that has its own power source. Like, I used to have a pair of Tannoy speakers that were very similar to this, but they were non-powered. And I had to run them through a powered amplifier so the speakers would work, which is an extra level of junk I just didn't want to mess with this time. And I didn't know they were powered versus non-powered when I first got mine like 25 years ago. But these are powered, and I suggest going with powered because otherwise, if you have non-powered, you've got to run them through an amplifier that provides power to the speaker and provides, the energy to provide, to send the music through the speaker. So that's something you really got to keep in mind. In order to hear sound through these speakers, you can't just plug them into your computer with a USB cable. You have to have a USB interface. And the one I have, the interface I use, is a Focusrite Sapphire 6. This is my Focusrite Sapphire 6 USB audio interface. It's about the size of a hardcover book, about the size and weight of a hardcover book. It doesn't quite fit in the palm of your hand, but it's about the size of a traditional book. This is the front panel. On the front panel, you have your two XLR inputs, which both have XLR and 1/4-inch inputs. On my setup, I have the 1/4-inch outs going from my Yamaha 8-channel mixer go into here. So the outs of my mixer go into here. These are the two gain knobs for the two different channels for left and right gain. And this gives you a mix between left and right, the left and right channels. This is your monitor mix. So this will control how loud the speakers are, your Yamaha monitors. And so my Yamaha H5s are going to be controlled. The loudness will be controlled here. So how loud you want the speakers to be, you turn up this louder. If you don't want to hear the monitors, you just turn it down to 0. This is the volume for your headphones. So you can plug headphones in here and listen to the headphones. You can turn down the monitors and monitor what you're recording through headphones. This is the back. These are your output channels. These are your two 1/4-inch outs that will go out, tip ring sleeve out to the inputs of the back of the Yamaha H5s. These are your RCA outs right here. These are your MIDI in and MIDI in and MIDI out. This is your USB 2.0 channel or cable. You plug the USB 2.0 in here and run the cable to the back of your computer and plug it into the USB slot so it can pick up any signals coming from the computer. And it's a nice little system. They don't sell this one anymore. This one, I think, is 5 or 6 years old. I don't think it's produced anymore. But as of right now, knock on wood, I haven't any problems with it. But this is what you'll need to get whatever you're recording into the computer and through to the speakers. But as I said with this, all you do is you plug this in here, plug into a wall outlet. You got your 1/4-inch input here, which you run your 1/4-inch tip ring sleeve speaker cable out of the back of your audio interface. You go into your audio software, whether it's Adobe Audition or you go into GarageBand or Pro Tools, whatever, and the sound will come out of there. You've got to select the source of your output on your computer first too. All right, so there you go. I've got them on either side of my map. But you want your speakers, you want your monitors to be spaced about 4 to 5 feet apart. Some people put them wider. It gives you a better separation of sound from the different channels. So that's my review of the physicality of the Yamaha HS5 Studio Monitors. Now I couldn't And there is no way for me to provide you a sound sample of how they sound, because if I played something through the speakers and put a microphone in front of it, and it came through the internet, it's not going to sound nearly as good, because number one, it's coming through the internet, and number two, it's going to be coming through whatever speakers you're listening to me on, which are probably iPhone speakers or your MacBook speakers or PC or Android speakers, which are not nearly as good quality as these speakers. So I had no way to really give you a comparison of how it sounds. I will tell you this, these speakers, so far from me using them, they sound great. I bought them for about just a dollar under $400. It was $399 before taxes. So they're about $200 a speaker. And I think they sound great so far. I would go to Sweetwater.com, and look the speakers up and look at all the reviews on them. There's 1,100 reviews on these speakers alone, and it's got a 4.8 star rating out of 5 stars. So it's basically a 5-star rating. So with that, do your research, find out what you need, see what you need the speakers for. These are perfect for me for home recording, for audio recording, music recording, and voiceover work. They're perfect for what I need for reference monitors and get a good clean sound. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe down there. But if you got something out of this video is really designed more for the very beginner who wants to go out and get an audio interface and get some speakers and has heard that they need to get, monitors for the recording setup. But if you liked it, give me the thumbs up, subscribe. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.